don't know why we feel what we feel, it doesn't matter why we feel what we feel. What matters is what are we going to do with it? And that is the overarching message that I've always had, is to focus less on why you feel what you feel and more on what you can do with it. And it starts by acknowledging what it is that you're actually feeling it, accepting it, and then doing something to neutralize it so that you can then step forward. Of course, there's bigger and even more profound things that you can do so that you don't have to consciously remind yourself to do all of those things. But for where you are right now and for what you're needing as a mum who is just doing her best, these in the moment strategies that can temporarily reduce the charge are game savers. And as a caveat to all of that, knowing what we know about the inherited shit that we have brought forward from generations before us, these tools are tools that you can also teach your children. And by you addressing your emotional charge and encouraging them to do the same, we're also stopping that inherited shit from being passed on to our future generations. If we've already got children, which we all do in this group, we're already mums, we can influence our children positively by taking ownership of our emotional status and doing something with it, because we can role model to them that we don't need to let circumstances dictate how we feel and we don't need to stay stuck in shit. That's how we can influence the next generation. But if we can influence the next generation to also take responsibility of their own emotional state and to take, I suppose the word's ownership, to break the cycle. If you can break the cycles and you can encourage the next generation, your daughters, to break the cycles, then we start to break cycles for our grandchildren and future generations. And that is how we're ultimately going to empower the women of the planet. And that is a much, much bigger vision than I've spoken about all week. But it is an underlying reason why I'm so passionate about helping you. Because in all honesty, yes, you absolutely matter. Getting a grip on your emotional state absolutely matters, because when you feel better, you are going to be a better mum. You're going to be a stronger influence to your children. But the bigger picture is how you can then influence the next generation. That's the big thing, because really, do you want to continue to pass on shit? Do any of us want to continue to pass on the oppression, suppression, and repression of women that have been around for fucking centuries? Or do we want to be the generation that says, enough is enough? We are going to do something. We're going to start by helping us, and then we're going to skill up our children, and then we're going to help them to skill up their children, so that we are empowering and lifting each generation out of the shit that we just keep dragging along. That went off on a little bit of a tangent, but you get where I'm going. I hope that you're picking up on the bigger picture of it all, because I want you to live your best life so that you can be a role model of inspiration for the future generations that are going to look up to you, because they will. You are someone's ancestor one day, and they are looking to you for guidance. We can either repeat the patterns and stay stuck, or we can change it. And that's what I want to do. That's what I'm here to do for you as well. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, ladies, you are going to, in the activity that is in the portal, in the NASIO portal, the first activity that you're going to do is identify the recurring trigger events that do make you respond in a negatively charged way, that make you feel powerless, speechless, or stumped. You're going to identify what's going on for you in that particular moment, without going into detail. Remembering, we're not trying to cycle you into shit, because we don't want to charge up that limbic system function. We're just going to very briefly describe what the trigger event is, and then what you're going to identify what it is that you do want to say in that situation. What you want to say or what you want to do. Okay, so be bold in that. Speak your truth on that page, and then you're going to go and practice what it is that you want to say, because that lived in experience will make it easier for you next time to be able to speak up. Even if all you want to say is stop, no. 2 words. Stop, no. If that's what you wish you could say when things started to spiral out of control, write that down. You don't need to say massive sentences here, ladies. We women who we say something like 10 times the words that men do in every single day. So we like to verbalize. We think that our words have a lot of power, and they do. But most of the words that we say are just fluff and shit. So if all you wish you could say was stop and no, write that down, and then you're going to go and practice saying it. And then put it into practice. So the next time the situation arises, challenge yourself to actually do what you've practiced. And then take stock on the situation afterwards. See what happens. Okay, if it worked, excellent. You've now got a solution to that recurring event. If it didn't work, look at it again. Okay, what else would I have wanted to set? It then went into this stage, so what do I want to stay there? Okay, by doing it with recurring events, it's also going to give you more confidence in the events that are not recurring. So start with what you know is recurring. That will build your confidence in the ad hoc kind of events that take you by surprise. Once you've done that, the second part to today's activity is a little bit more about future pacing you, and it's about giving you a little bit of hope and a little bit of strength. So you're going to create your ideal hour where you don't have to think about anyone, you don't have to worry about anything, you're just living life for you. Write down what your ideal hour would look like. Be a little bit imaginative, get a little creative and daydream a little bit, okay? And then once you've done that, identify what you want to do for yourself right now. So plan out that dream hour, allow that to inspire you, and then identify the activities that you want to do. Read that out loud, claim it, and then go do it. Okay? Because, like I've said many times this week, all of this information is just information unless you actually challenge yourself to do something with it. And I know that it is a challenge to do something with it when you're in the moment. Been there, done that, still doing it, but the empowerment that you feel when you do will most definitely be worth it for you. All right, ladies, have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow for our last day of the 7-day challenge, and I look forward to connecting with you then. Bye now.